Welcome back, everyone, to another weekly broadcast of Franchise Voice Box, franchising stories from Asia. My name is Robert Beausoleil, and I have with me Mr. Sean No, probably familiar with him already. He is the CEO and co-founder of Via Franchise Consulting. And we have an exciting topic this week. Education franchises continue to thrive in Asia, developing future leaders and make money. You know, the education industry is one of the largest franchising sector, and particularly here in Asia, it continues to grow exponentially year after year. So regardless of what industry your company is involved in currently, education should be considered as a possible future investment. Now, Sean, there are many different industries that franchise. What makes the education industry interesting and unique?
Hi, Robert. Hi, everybody. That's a great question. There are so many ways anyone can make money, right? They can make money in creating products and services and creating companies that do those things. They can buy and sell real estate or develop real estate. They can invest their money into the financial markets and the banking system. And of course, you can also work at any company for a good salary. So lots and lots of ways to make money. However, when it comes to franchises and specifically the education franchise sector, education franchises are especially enjoyable businesses for some, as it means that they can create a business that can also give back to the community, right? The community that they live in, the community that they grew up in, through better educated children. And even sometimes, if you're in the adult training sector, then you're helping adults to become equipped with even better skills that fit the needs of the future, right? Really, there is more satisfaction and very likely a higher sense of pride when you have a successful education business in your particular country. So, another way of saying it is paying it forward is probably the best term to use when it comes to owning a successful business, education business.
Okay, I agree. So that obviously then leads us to our second question, though. You know, it's always nice to be a philanthropist. It's always nice to do things for your community, especially when we're talking about children in our community. But we're still a company. Are education franchises profitable?
Well, like in any business, an education franchise is profitable if you choose the right education franchise and you get the full training and support of the franchisor, right? Historically, research has shown that franchises in general outperform non-franchise businesses. So that is a fact. That is a study that has been done for the last 100 years. And so it goes without saying. But specifically for education franchises, you also want to make sure you have these factors in place. You also want to make sure that you hire the right team that is motivated to make the franchise successful. All the business planning in the world won't automatically make it successful. It's the hard work that you, your team, and the franchisor's team that you put into this business that ultimately makes it successful. Education franchises that focus on young learners, particularly like Breaks for Kids, Lodges School, and Mathnasium, are examples of successful education franchises that have been proven globally successful in many countries and many markets throughout the world, including in places like Asia. So again, being a franchisee of proven globally successful education brands will provide you with the best chance for success.
So it seems like picking that right brand is very important. And, you know, I've worked in many different industries, including education. And it's definitely a higher profit margin than many industries out there that companies could get involved in. So I think it's a win-win. You get to feel good, you get to help your community, but you can also make money if you do it right. So, within the education industry, though, there's many different sectors. So what are the different education franchise sectors, especially that are hot, here in Asia?
Well, you may have noticed that the three franchises that I mentioned earlier, Bricks for Kids, Lodges School, and Mathnasium, they are all focused on STEM education. What is STEM? STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, these three franchises are leaders in the children's STEM-based education sector. Other education sectors that are most popular include language learning centers, where children can learn to read, write, and speak English. Demand for private schools and kindergartens are growing rapidly throughout Asia. And this is a direct result as household incomes continue to rise throughout Asia. Franchises that teach and entertain at the same time are very popular. For example, Bricks for Kids. With Bricks for Kids, children can use Legos as part of their learning program, or they can write code to create simple games or to control robots. These types of education programs not only teach STEM to children, but they are teaching oftentimes difficult subjects in a way where children can enjoy learning and, in fact, want to learn even more. A personal example is, I have two children and they both love to play online games. So a program like Lodges School, teaching children how to code and potentially one day make their own games is quite exciting, and it really encourages them to embrace these STEM-based topics.
Then instead of paying for games, we can get paid for them, right? So
Correct.
hopefully both our kids follow that model. That'll make us both happy. Okay, so when a company though is looking at the education industry, it's quite a specialized skill set. I mean, education is a little different than moving from retail to manufacturing or some other. Do companies really need to have previous experience in education to be successful? When they get an education franchise?
This is a great question. We get asked this all the time. And not only about education franchises, but just franchising in general, right? Whether it's in retail or services or F&B or lifestyle or any other form of franchising. If you are franchising from a strong and proven franchise system, then the franchisor will provide you with all of the necessary training and operational support and marketing support and new product development support and real estate support and supply chain support to help you become a successful franchisee. You do not need to have any special knowledge about the education sector or any other franchise sector for that matter, though it doesn't hurt if you have some relevant experience. What is more important is that you like the education sector and you like building a business that evolves around young learners or maybe even helping adults to reach their full potential, right? That is the question. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It is the type of person that every education franchisor seeks the most in franchisees. Those that love to learn, those that love to share education with others, whether it is with children or adults. Really that passion is something that education franchisors seek the most.
Yeah, I think that's important. Yeah, you have to have a passion for what you're going to do, regardless of the industry, but particularly in education. And I guess that brings us back. I love the expression I heard one time about that franchise is a business in a box. And, everything that you need to operate the business, is in there. And really, it comes down to that passion, having or building a good team and the local knowledge, which, the franchisor is not going to have in your particular territory. So thanks, Sean, for the information once again. Thanks everybody for listening. I hope you enjoyed, our discussion and found it interesting, informative. We expect education to be among the top performing franchise in Asia for the foreseeable future. And I think they're worth looking into no matter what your company does currently. So please remember to hit our like button, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss next week's episode of Franchise Voice Box. And don't forget, you can check out our website anytime, vfranchiseconsulting.com, for the latest international brands that are available all across Asia. Or feel free to contact Sean anytime at our email, info@vfranchiseconsulting.com, both for franchise sales, but also for our wide variety of consulting services that we offer. Again, have a great day. Thank you once again, Sean.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.